To all indoctrinated bigots, to all faithful hypocrites, to all loyalists disguised as patriots, to all self-made victims of self-entitlement, to all forever willing silent accomplices of extinction events held beyond this border, to all people of Earth violently ripped from the wombs of their once promised lands, to all unwelcomed voyagers telling true stories differently to make themselves out to be the hero, to every victim offered salvation only to be crucified, to every free thinker, burning witch, individual that has ever been silenced, child that has ever had to hide, you no longer have to be afraid. To all ministers of defense that ever gave the order to slaughter the defenseless, there will be consequences. Vengeance not to be seen as terrorism. We are asking for all colonial outposts to be abandoned, for every U.S. territory to be given back, for every troop to return home. Occupier, go home. Strangers have told our stories that redefined our bloodline. These present-day roles do not suit us. Carpenters cannot be painters. The disappearance of difference, loss of culture, of direction, of will. Our names lost in the wind. Our spirits are dying. Our world, our habitat, our climate change into dirty man doing dirty things. He is the plastic that swims in the ocean, the hatred that flows in veins pulsating, the gasoline that corrodes Hawaii's drinking water, the tar on the feathers of a flightless bird, the creator of new fault lines that run through the Caribbean. He is the reason condos are collapsing and schools of dolphins are beginning to beach themselves. His hands dirty. His hands destroy families. His hands kill. His hands push buttons, turn channels, and turn away those who begin to take notice. Where are your heroes now? There is no good guy riding off into the sunset. Very few governments are not involved in human chess. Today's damsel in distress, a wealthy, bitter, aging Me Too actress, guilty of once selling plenty of her past co-stars into human traffic. Grassroots movements infiltrated by Central Intelligence, now being trained to fight against justice. Decoy abolitionists now target what's left of this dying creature once known as freedom. There were no survivors of Eden. Replicants rewrote the books but can't tell you what they say. A mistranslated legacy, a fictitious history of imaginary wars played with plastic army men. One nation that covered our eyes and ears after whispering fears into them as a truth that could never be argued with. They believe what's on TV more than what they see. Trying to tell them is like trying to speak to a wall built to border existence. Soften resistance, limit vision, clip wings, cage freedom, and resonate the brewing hate of a deep-rooted legacy of US versus them, us versus them, those, they, found in mirrors, found in unmarked shallow graves, found far too late, exploited in film, discredited by fiction, always a suspect subject, topic, a safe space conversation. Today's intellectuals birth in old, new, and unimproved ignorance from the comfort of leather couches and coffee houses. How many children does it take for you to play Candy Crush, to be crushed in collapsing minds with two handfuls of Colton and a smile so wide because now he can finally rest, enjoy the consumer's temporary dream that you helped make possible during the same time they were out here saying they were saving the world, but who was there to save you? Our illiteracy of actual reality, our manipulative powers that be, our demonization of the world's beauty, our mistranslation of peace, our sanctions leading to poverty, our point finger blaming everyone else in the name of country, in the name of convenience, in the name of greed, in the name of intolerance, in the name of false teachings, propaganda, misunderstanding, simply not knowing, in the name of fear, but not in my name. They say they keep us safe, They endanger us. Many that like to hold those kinds of conversations have been raised into believing what should have never been believed. In all truth, we are rarely told the truth of other parts and people of this world. We claim to be this world power. Unfortunately, we tend to create allies out of actual oppressors, therefore becoming powerless in areas that truly matter, killing others with unspoken hope to consume their power. The power of constructing, building, creating. The power of conversation, the power of faith, the power of healing, the power of understanding, the power of love, the power of humility. It's time to admit that we are not as brilliant as we would like to believe. And just because some will comply and follow their every word, this will not guarantee safety. And I know a lot of you that disagree with me aren't really bad people. You've just been lied to, misguided, and unfortunately, we are all trained to be stubborn and set in our ways. All I am asking, get to know the people that have been demonized, discredited, targeted, defamated, and understand that any entity with paid sponsors may not always be completely honest. Your precious pop icons are only the puppets of the handlers. And if the CDC was so worried about our health, then why are there still so many numerous poisons on supermarket shelves? All I am asking is to take a deep breath and try to treat people, all people, as people. We, the people. We were once people. When we target people, we are no longer people. Let's try to be 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 people. We the people of the great divide aboard the sun before it could rise.